emerged as a branch of Islam that saw the beauty of God beyond the Quran to music, food, and the arts. I sat down with Mustafa, owner of East is East restaurant, to talk about his spiritual journey.
When we came to Vancouver, we realized that 400 or 500 years later, the same thing that happened in our culture 1,000 years ago is actually happening here. Because with globalization, the whole world is coming together, all the different religions, cultures, ethnicities, they all come together and they blend together in Vancouver, which is really beautiful, and we love that about Vancouver. So we wanted to do something to connect the past with what's happening in the present.
You do it through music and food.
Yes, yes. So we brought together food and music from 7, 8 different ethnicities and cultures and countries on the Silk Route.
It's all by donation on the Wednesday night, isn't it?
Yes, and on Wednesday night, when my mom was passing away, she wanted us to open an orphanage in Afghanistan. And we still have that dream, and we've not been, but we believe in taking like small steps and doing whatever you can at the present. And good intentions are great, but action is really important. So we decided to sponsor 100 orphan children with Children of War and World Vision.
100 children?
Yes, we've already sponsored 100 children.
Wow.
And every Wednesday we do a fundraiser for them here.
You're a Sufi Muslim. What does that mean for you? And describe that journey for yourself.
I was born in Afghanistan, and then we moved to India when I was 7 years old. And we spent some time in refugee camps in Pakistan and Iran. And I grew up in India, and I was exposed to a great Sufi teacher named Kabir. He lived around 1,000 years ago in that region. And then I was exposed to Hafiz and Rumi, and I also always felt very connected with the divine through music. And that's how I got exposed to Sufism. And Sufism is about, I guess, Kabir defines it best when he says, Moko kaha tu dhoonde re bande, main to tere paas mein, na main debar, na main masjid, na kaabe kalash mein. He's saying, the divine is saying to man, is why you keep searching for me. You wander restlessly to the mosque and to the temple and even to the Kaaba. You're not going to find me in those places. All you have to do is close your eyes and empty your heart and mind, and you will find me in every breath that you take.
Thank you so much for into your beautiful restaurant here and experience the food and the wonderful music, and for sharing your story.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Many people think that yoga is relaxing and calming. What I found is that Vijnana yoga is hard work. Tracy, you got crazy things in your toast. What's going on?
Well, these are actually a set of toe spreaders that I use to constantly open and to manipulate sort of the alignment of my toes and my feet.
Do you ever have that on inside of a shoe?
Well, only if you have a wide enough pair of shoes.
So your feet are really important in Vijnana yoga.
Absolutely. Well, they're important for life. Let's just face it.
Right.
The reality is most people don't pay attention to their feet. They're always shoving them into shoes, and they start to get really kind of condensed and very sort of hardened and compacted in their shoes. So really we're not moving from the greatest sort of place of efficiency.
You say, okay, you'll start everyone with a standing position.
This is
and then you start working on their particular issues. Yeah,
well, it's twofold actually. Yeah, I'm combining actually Eastern and Western.
I like that, sort fusion.
A fusion of sort of methodology and information and technique and stuff.
What do I do with the stick?
Okay, so what we're going to do with the stick is there's several things that you can do, but for today, what I'm going to get you to do is the first one, I'm just going to get you to roll this up your backside. So we're going to start working on your chest.
Okay, and I'm rolling it just in my hand like this.
And roll it up, and your palms are going to be facing forward.
Turn around, just so everyone can see what I'm doing here. Is that crazy?
Okay, that's crazy. We're just moving here. Let me get this stone here.
Yep.
We reposition that.
We're gonna
So what I'm
reposition
doing
it.
is I'm rolling this up.
Yep. And all you're
Now,
going to
do
do
you
is
want it
just I
moving?
want you to know, I just want you to hold it in place
Yeah.
with this hand as well,
Mm-hmm.
just as evenly as possible. And what you're going to do is, again, just micro bend your knees a little bit, hook your tailbone, draw your belly in, and just breathe into your chest. So we're going to move into Ujjayi Pranayama. That's the inhale, exhale.
like when Ujja. Say it again.
Ujjayi.
Okay.
That's the victorious breath. So it's like hearing a whirlwind in the back of your throat. So this is actually a pranayama style.
What's this working on right now?
Well, what it's going to work on is your pecs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're going to work on your breathing, but really what I want you to do is tuck your tailbone.
How much?
Bring your and bring your front ribs in.
Okay.
There you go, and just breathe across your chest. Okay, head forward, and then of course, without you even knowing, you're already opening up the soles of your feet because you're standing on the stepping stones. Breathing is essential. It's never usually about the physical, but because we have so much distortion and dysfunction in the body, you have to go through the physical in order to get to the mental, in order to get to the spiritual.
After the break, you're not going to want to miss our cooking segment and then a hung upside down on a yoga swing.